Welcome, welcome everybody to tonight's edition of being able to go out there and do events and everyday networking. I'm absolutely delighted to be able to bring this presentation together. I'm excited about it because most importantly is because I have been out there in the field showcasing and sharing our fantastic Youngevity products to the people. So gone are the days where we used to do events belly to belly, get out there, talk, share, taste, and do the products. Long and behold, we had a world pandemic happen about, I don't know, what is that going to come up on 5 years now, where it stopped the world and everything became online. And as we know and recognize, everything's about having an online business, having a social media presence. And I think we all recognize that. And I think we've all had the chance to be challenged with it. Some of us have stepped up and tried a bit of the social media game. Some are doing an amazing job at it. And then there's a whole whack of people are just saying, you know what, nah, it's not for me. I've tried it, I don't like it, or it's just a non-negotiable. And I actually really think and recognize that our industry, online business, it happens to be growing, but I think our industry in itself has had a bit of a stalemate. And I truly believe that there are more people who are resistant to going online than actually going online. And I want to really commend those of you that have tried. I want to commend those of you that have been brave enough to show up and stand out and even shining online. And I know, Bronwyn, we just want to really commend you out of all of our Youngevity Down Under. You show up every single day since March 24th, 2020 on Bronnie's World, being brave and being authentic and sharing yourself. She's been adding value. She's also had amazing guest speakers on Bronnie's desk. So I really want to commend and just say, we really admire what you're doing. And we really think there's got to be somebody that's doing it, leading from the front. I know myself personally, going back a few years, I've had the opportunity to work with, a really key person that's been in network marketing. She was one of my own personal students. I shared her how to build a network marketing business, and she was a young gun and went in there and did everything on social media and has done a great job. And I thought, well, if I really want to be relevant to people, I'm going to need to learn how to do it. So I took the opportunity to learn a lot about social media, how to create an epic bio and, be able to show up and understand the difference between a reel and a carousel and a post, engagement and all those things. So much so that about 3 years ago, I even created a social media course, how to showcase and show online. All of you Youngevity distributors are most welcome to it. We have a YGY Youngevity magnets that you can go in the group. You see other distributors with lots of great content in there. I even have a free course on my unwrappedleader.com, which is the brand that I created, again, personal branding. But again, I'm coming to you guys today that not everybody wants to do that. And I've had the opportunity to, for the last 30 years, do a lot of events, do a lot of presentations. I was 23 years in the field doing presentations and creating events and growing my business with belly to belly conversations and really creating long-time, lifetime customers. And so I thought, in the new network marketing, it's not just about personal branding. Yes, that's good. Yes, it's nice to show up on platforms like this, but what's most important is being able to create a community. It's also really important, your daily method of operation, of how you are actually engaging with people and meeting new people. And last but not least is, how do we lift those people up to new levels in their business? And so I'm ready to help lift you guys up to some new levels. Put your hand up if you want to lift up and move up to some new levels. Okay, we already know we have a great product. We know we have some amazing programs. I won't get into detail with that in there. But what's most important is the people. And so I decided to create part of the new vibe. And I have to really give some credit to a few people out there, people who are out there doing markets already, or going out there and standing at the fitness club doing a pop-up station. So I really want to give some huge kudos to those people because they've inspired me to actually go out there and create something that was simple for you guys that you could do it too. Jeanette Anderson and her team, Gracie DeCensi, Maria Modesi, as well as Steph Earl, they go out there, they do pop-up stations at gyms, fitness clubs, even like the boxing club. I know even Steph has, got her caravan, and she just goes and does some markets, with her hydration station. We've even had in New Zealand, Renee Sands. She's been doing hydration stations now for many years, and she's so passionate about it. And even in America, we have Kara Hinton that has been driving as a full-time. Her whole family is involved. Now, I'm going to start off with markets are a lot of work. I'm just going to say it as it is. It's where you got to put some overalls in. It's a commitment, it's an investment, and it's definitely something that you have to really want to do. All right, that's one thing. Number two is you don't have to do markets, though, to get out there. And you don't have to have that investment, and you don't have to go big. You can start small. And that's where the pop-up station is what we're going to talk about. What is a pop-up station? How you can take the current products that you already have in your cupboards, go out there and have a little display at a fitness club, at maybe even a senior citizens club, a kids group, just something like that. And I'll talk more about that in a minute. But where they can do taste testing and taking orders and actually really developing a relationship. And so I really want to take a deep dive, because these customers are people belly to belly that you can have conversations to get to know, to find out what is it that they really need, meet them where they're at, and how you can give them a solution. So that's kind of where it's going. And so because of this inspiration, I thought, okay, what are we going to do? I'm part of head of sales of Youngevity Down Under. My job is to help drive enthusiasm in sales, get new business and new leaders in our company. So that's where I saw, okay, how can we create maybe some market ideas and get out in the people? So that's why I took the idea of hydration station from the inspiration of our distributors out there already doing it. Created some simple banners, created the idea of hydration, nutrition, and low-tox living. That's how we come together under the banner of Youngevity, 90 for life. I really feel every one of you have something you're passionate about in Youngevity. And it could be hydration, it could be something in nutrition, and it could be low-tox living. Now, tonight, I'm not telling you what to do. I'm just giving you a formula of something that was duplicatable that you can take on board and get running straight away. I'm also saying to you, if you'd rather focus on other key products, you can do that too, okay? You can take the key products that are relevant to you. And I'm also letting you know I'm happy to extend my time and attention for you to figure out what would be right for you as well. So I'm giving all of you that have joined in on this call the opportunity to book a call with me, and let's find out, is what I'm doing right for you, or do we need to tweak it something more customized for yourself? Now, just remember, when we customize something, it takes more time and attention. But again, it's something that you got to make that decision on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to share a little presentation I've put together so you can take some notes, and then we can talk a little bit more about it after. So I'm just going to do a little share screen with you and pull this up, and give me a minute. Here we go. So tonight is about mastering event success and really creating and crafting an unforgettable experience that captivates and, most importantly, retains your customer. Now, I see a printing error in there already. It's not where to engage, it's where to engage and grow, so you can grow an opportunity of lifetime customers. So I really wanted to introduce myself as somebody who is here to help business builders thrive by doing one brave thing every day to grow. That has inspired me. I remember when I myself personally was a single mom on social assistance. I was 24 years old, and there was no way I grew up wanting to be in direct sales, network marketing, party plan of any sort. But I knew I didn't want to put my daughter in daycare. And I just knew that I needed to do something that allowed me to be a mom first, stay home. The flexibility and unlimited opportunity was the most important thing. So I knew I needed to be brave, to be able to be courageous, to go out and learn what it took, the skills in this business. So that's why the word brave is so powerful for me, because I believe this business isn't about confidence, it's about courage. And if you have the courage to take a jump and a deep dive every day to learn something new, eventually you're going to get more and more confident to it. I was the girl who never thought I would ever stand up and speak in front of people. Well, now I just can't wait to share and deliver and help you guys thrive in your own personal business. So as I shared, I'm head of sales of Youngevity Down Under. I'm also help support the field. I am a holistic health coach myself personally, because I'm so passionate about Dr. Wallach and his mission. I'm also an author to The Unwrapped Leader. I have a podcast as well called The Unwrapped Leader, but I also have a YouTube channel called Youngevity Down Under. And it is a wealth of knowledge for distributors that share their own tips, testimonies, and training around different health issues, as well as different illnesses. And so I come to you guys with a lot of passion and a lot of enthusiasm. But I think the most that's going to set up why I believe I can do this topic with you today is because I have over 30 years of doing events, and I love doing events. And I truly, truly believe events has something special to it. And it's about the essence that you can create. And I learned something about the word essence. Essence is how you take your head, your heart, and your soul, and how you labor to the marketplace. That is the essence. And so what I wanted to share today is just a few steps of what I'm going to help you guys create your own personal essence. So number one is I'm going to talk about 6 steps to creating the ultimate event with those 6 steps around essence. I'm also going to talk about where to engage and meet new like-minded people. We're going to talk about what is the actual goal and objective to what you're doing. I'm going to give you my 7 key tips to a successful events. And then I'm going to share with you guys an actual checklist. And if you've already downloaded or had a chance to see the workbook, you'll already see the checklist in there. And then maybe those of you that are already experienced, you may even be able to give some more tips or add some things to the checklist. Now, this isn't verbatim that I'm sharing with you. This is just a really nice outline of many years of experience that I've been able to put together. I'm going to share with you guys some key actions on what to do on the day, what to say, how to be approachable, bring that positive energy and your passion to the day. I'm going to help you guys build connections through these events, and how to take it from these events and build a relationship that goes from this event to being able to be another event, and maybe a customer going to a distributor, to being one of your top leaders. Who knows? You do not know what the journey is of each customer, but I'll tell you what I do know. Whenever I thought this person would be a great customer, didn't. And someone I thought wouldn't be a customer became a customer. Someone I thought would never be a distributor became my #1 selling distributor. What I have learned about this business is not to prejudge people at all. I love it when people surprise me. And I just love bringing to the table that you just get to be your personal best at that table, and you are going to attract the right people at the right time. And I also have a little bit of a resource library. And if you stick with me, I got more for you. So number one, I want to start with the 6 steps to creating this ultimate event. Okay. So I talked about this essence. Well, number one about this essence is the environment you're going to create. And I'm not just talking about the markets. I'm talking about the goal from these markets is to bring people to bigger events. And events is about setting the tone, and setting the tone for the overall experience. And it comes down to the venue that you select, even as far as lighting and decor, or even seating arrangements. In our case at the markets, it's being able to find a market that works for you, or whether it's a pop-up station that's going to work for you. What's so amazing about these different environments is when we did the markets, people go to the markets because they're looking for wholesome, holistic products as well as people. And so it's such a great thing for Youngevity, because we're such a low-tox living and we have something to offer them. Making sure that you create a welcoming experience. And that's again why I think the markets, or a fitness club, or a sports club, or a sports center is so great, because it's so in line with what we do. And creating that environment again around the signage that you're going to create, and even the branding. I talk about branding because it's about attracting, and people are attracted to lovely colors. They're attracted to energy. They're attracted to environment. So again, I left a blank spot for you. And the reason why I left that blank spot is because it's for you to really take a deep dive of what kind of environment do you want to create with any event. Then it's allowing you to, number two, focus on the experience. Focus on the experience. How are you going to make this memorable experience to the people? Like when we go out and do these things, you know, we just have so much fun. Part of our experience is I like to talk about, you know, the taste testing, asking questions, showing them some of the science, the information we have, asking questions. Things like that. And if you've actually ever come to a Youngevity event, you'll see we like to have a lot of fun in them. And so how can you personalize this experience so you can leave a lasting impression? I can really say at these markets, people definitely have been attracted to them. They've come up to us. They've loved what we've had to share. Okay, energy. All right. Well, we already know we are a battery ourselves. We are energy. So what is it that you need to do to exude that energy? The whole overall atmosphere of this event needs to be energy. It is the vibe. This is why I've called it the vibe. It's a new vibe in town. It's a Youngevity vibe. I went around doing all those events in June, showcasing a new vibe in town. And, you know, with Youngevity, I'm calling it the vibe hydration, you know, bringing energy into Youngevity, this new energy. Youngevity's been around 28 years. You guys, some of you have been around over 20 years. And so what are you doing to bring the energy into this? In this case, if you're wanting to do an event, you know, it talks about having music and entertainment and speakers. Well, we're not doing that at the actual markets, but if you're going to have an event, what a great way to make it a memorable event. And again, incorporating, you know, network opportunities. I like having icebreakers, you know, interactive sessions, boosting energy levels and keeping attendees excited and engaged throughout the event. So I know there's some of you who've actually been to one of our Youngevity events. I know we go to Christchurch out there. You guys see it. Even the people in the room have even the energy. So it's even great when the guests have the energy as well. So again, I ask you, what can you do to bring energy into what you're doing? Number 4 is engaging, okay? Encouraging active participation, engaging with your attendees, interactive. That's why I love asking questions. It's very engaging. Again, this is where it fosters connection and creates a sense of community. So again, what can you do to engage? Now, ultimately, in our business, in Youngevity or growing a network marketing business, we have to really learn how to engage. And we talk about different ways to engage. I love to share, you know, my formula Ford or Lord, whatever you want to call it. I call mine Lord because it's Lord meaning L, location. I like to ask people where they live. Oh, you know, what's their occupation? What do they do? R, recreation. What are things they like to do for fun? D, destination, where they're going or what's their dreams? What is it they'd like to do? Like, I love engaging with people using that formula. I know Tom Chenault used the formula Ford. The F is for family, finding out about the family. So again, finding ways to engage, again, in events that we do, you know, different ways to engage in this sense. Doing live polling or social media platforms. We can get people engaging. Like right now on this call, in the chat button, tell me one thing that you really love about Youngevity. Like just put something right now in there. What do you love about Youngevity? Why is it that you're still here? What is it that you bring to the table? Just put something right now in the chat button, if you can, about something that you really love about Youngevity. I'm just going to see this pop up. I want to see what you guys have to say. It could be one word. If you had one word to describe Youngevity, what would that one word be for us? Who here is going to pop on some? You know, I actually have some giveaways too. I said I'm going to post out a few giveaways. So I'm going to do some draws at the end once I see the names, and I'm going to send you guys a few of the sticks already. Okay, look at this. Truly true quality, reliable products, the community, the support. Thank you, Grant. What else? Alive. Okay, that's a good word. I love that. And Mandy, she's the one who loves the quality of the products, reliability. Rob, the opportunity to start something new. I'm with you on that. Can I share? My nature gets bored really easy. A leadership call. Excellent, Julie. My nature's really get bored easy. My first 9 years in the workforce, I never lasted in a job longer than 6 months. I was even training as a hairdresser. I'm a certified hairdresser, and I was even training to get my pilot's license. So you can imagine I did lots of different things. But it was really when I had my daughter that it was that time to make the change. Okay, what am I going to do now? And when I got involved in this industry has inspired me so much so I never get bored because I get to reinvent myself all the time. I get to meet new people all the time. I have the flexibility to work when I work. Okay. Oh, yes. Julie's hairdresser, 36 years. Okay. So we're already used to talking to people. But it's getting to know people, being interested in people versus you being the most interesting. So getting to know more about people. Now, just see what I've just done with you guys. You guys have just engaged with me, just to make this that we're still interactive and having fun. I'm not doing all the talking. So I love it. Thank you for that. So how can you be more engaging? Oh, now my thingy is, okay, come on. Oh, let's have a look. Come on. There we go. Okay. Educate. Oh, it jumped the other way. Can I go back? Okay. Education. Number one, we all know, especially with Youngevity, if we want to be a healthy self, the first four letters in healthy self is heal. Heal thyself. We are responsible to help, educate, be accountable, and love what we do. And so education is so powerful. And this is what I'm loving about the markets. People are taste testing. I'm educating them on a few key ingredients that light them up like a Christmas tree. And then I'm able to share and send with our YGY Go-To app that actual relevant information. People are loving the education about that. And so education is on the forefront, especially now, more than ever, people are wanting to learn more. Now, again, what's also is that sometimes there's so much information out there. People are being bombarded with information, overload of information. So they're getting really frozen and not are frozen on what to do or how to do. And that's why you connecting with them as a human being and like knowing and trusting, they're going to want to learn more from you. So you get to be that person to help educate. And guess what's the best education? The best education is you being empowering. And what is empowering? Empowering is your own personal story. And this is why it's so important for you to have that testimony, that transformation. I know, Steve, you're here tonight. You have one of the most amazing testimonies and transformations of, being able to lose the massive amount of weight that you have, but also get healthy, get fit, and be able to father, into your, 40s. I just think it's really
50s.
amazing. 50s, Steve? Okay, I was just being careful. But there you go, right? Your baby, what is she now? Is she 2 years old now? She's
One.
one. She's just one now.
Just
Okay. But an amazing testimony. And this is what Youngevity does. And so when you can empower the people from your struggle to your success and be willing to share that and be brave to share that, oh my God, then they're willing to listen to you. And that's what you educate them about is how did you do it? You don't need to be the expert. You just got to be willing to share your story. And that's why your transformation, even if it's just having more energy, even whatever that might be, that's what the first results you're going to get in Youngevity is having more energy, lifting that brain fog, being able to really make a real difference. So how else do we empower the people? By giving them resources and tools, giving them strategies, new ideas, skills. And I hope today I'm inspiring and empowering you guys with these tools that I'm giving you tonight. My goal is to inspire you guys to get out there and want to do some events, whatever that looks like, and be able to share the Wallach message. So as well, the most important way you can empower people is encouraging them and creating a fantastic relationship where it goes beyond the event. And again, it's creating that lifelong customer. So moving on, by focusing on these 6 key steps: environment, energy, experience, educate, empower, engage, you're going to create such a comprehensive and impactful event that resonates with the people that attend. You're going to leave a lasting impression, and it's going to allow you to tailor each step of the way. I'm going to help you guys, because what's amazing is that you are going to be able to target your audience and be able to get the desired results that you want to have a successful, unforgettable experience for everybody that in contact with you. That photo there, right there, you guys, that was this Sunday. I was able to go up to 1770. We had a new distributor going up there. I knew she was very passionate about hydration. And I said, oh my God, you can't just be selling hydration and water. You got to be selling the hydration sticks. And she said, yes. So anyway, this is what we've done. And I'm so excited for her to keep continuing on with the things she's passionate about. All right. Now, where do we engage and meet like-minded people? We talked about the local markets. Okay, now I'm going to give you guys a heads up. Depending on where you are, you could be more rural, you could be more city. There may be more opportunities for you to go and investigate and look at. They range in prices. I did one for $15. We got one booked for $80. We've had one for $100. What I can share with you is that every event that we have done is absolutely paid for itself. The most important part was getting the leads, getting the follow-up. And I just really wanted to say, I wanted to bring some huge kudos to Karen Chilman, because it was because of her saying she really wanted to do some things like this. And her and I teamed up together, and we went out there, we signed up for the Burley markets, and we did the Burley markets, the first 6 markets. I think our first market that we did together, there was like herself, myself, and Tiana, somebody from her team. I think we sold like over 8 boxes of sticks, the actual boxes, and I think over 30 actual individual sticks. And people taste tested. The next week, people come back, they bought 1 stick, they come back, they bought a box the next week. And she's been consistent. Now I helped her with the first 3 or 4. Now that we've got a story, they're continuing to do it. Just this last weekend now, we had over 4 different markets or different events. And that's just from doing the hydration stations. That's not even talking about other people out there doing different events. So have a look. If that's something you'd like to do, go and investigate. What would it take, or what would it cost to do? Fitness clubs are easy. We did the wellness event at one of these fitness clubs, and I just went down. I said, oh my God, I'd love to do a pop-up station here, educate people on hydration, nutrition, and low-tox living. I give free samples. I got, different price points. They can buy for $3.50. And she said, yes. She goes, that would be great. And so we just blocked in an hour for me to go in and out to give it a go. So think about some of maybe your local fitness clubs, if that's something that fits for you. I talked about the fetes, our school fetes. I know every year some of the schools, especially the public schools, they do a fete every year. Go and talk how you can be involved, get involved. And I've created that we here are to helping families elevate their health through hydration, nutrition, and low-tox living. That's something I put on a flyer. We've even created a fundraiser flyer that you can actually get kids involved, because they can just bring the flyer home, and they could moms and kids, they can just buy 1 stick, 5 sticks, or a box, and you can give them the retail commission in that, and you still got the customers, you still get your BV sale on it, and it's a great way to grow your business. Sports clubs, clearly, there's so many different sports clubs, especially in Australia and New Zealand. We got all kinds of sports. Well, I know New Zealand's more all rugby, maybe a bit of other few sports, but I know in Australia there is there's cricket in New Zealand. Okay, just forget I just said any of that, you guys. Okay, lots of sports clubs. And you may know some parents and families that have their kids in sports. Talk about how you can go in there and educate and help elevate the families with their health through hydration, nutrition, low-tox living. Our surf clubs, surf life safing. Oh, I see another spelling error. You guys, I put this together last night, so now I can critique it. You guys are all my guinea pigs on this. Tournaments. I don't know about you guys, but the biggest rave right going on is pickleball. Have any of you guys actually played pickleball? It's a fun sport for all ages. And it's one of the growing sports, and they got these tournaments going on. So I'm excited to go and investigate different tournaments. Some of you may already be involved in tournaments. Have a look, go on your Facebook group in your community and find out what kind of events are going on. There are marathons, there are expos. see how you want to be involved. Go and do some research, take a deep dive, and make a decision on how you want to be a part of doing something like that. Okay, moving on. What is the ultimate goal and objective for doing this? Number one is showcasing your brand, your products, being able to get out there and have a conversation. What's really great is just being known for who you are, what you do. And I think that's really important. Even if you're not showing up on social media as a brand strategy, it's really good on your social media that at least people know what you do. And these markets are a great way to showcase that. It's an amazing way to funnel leads. Okay. Every event we have done, we have had a minimum of 8 to 12 leads. When I talk about leads, that means we actually got their phone number or an email address where we're able to use our YGY Go-To app straight away and be able to flick them relevant information on the conversation we had or the item that they purchased. So that's really important, is funneling leads. I highly recommend that you make a strategy of what you do with those emails and phone numbers. MailChimp is also a really good one to funnel those leads in there. So you can also maybe do a newsletter once a month. Again, these are long-time customers, and that is the ultimate objective and goal. Otherwise, number three is finding your tribe. By going out there, you are going to find your person. You're going to be attracting the person that has the same passions as you because of the conversations you have. And so finding your tribe is going to create your community. This is a chance to really spread the word. You guys are on this call tonight because you made a decision you'd like to learn more about doing something like this. You at least have been open-minded. Some of you already know you want to do this. Okay. And that's because you totally believe in the products and you believe in yourself. Whether you're a health coach, whether you have just had positive results, but you want to help make a difference. And so getting out there, spreading the word, educating the people. And another one is objective is being able to direct them to your social media, even having a Facebook group. So you do share what you're doing, what is a great, the monthly newsletter that Youngevity does, but it's really great that you can direct them to your own personal social media if you have something like that. Number 8 is collecting the names and the data. Okay, and I can't see my number 9. Can you guys see my number 9? But hopefully you saw. Oh, there it is. Number 9, a lifelong customer. Okay, that is the ultimate goal to doing this. Okay, so moving on, I'm going to give you some tips. And the number 1 tip is just to start with what you can afford. I think that is a huge one. Starting with what you can afford. And if that's a pop-up station where you just do taste testing and taking orders, that's where you start. But if you really feel you can invest into doing the markets, they can range in price. It's really finding a market. If you need a table and a gazebo, that's a bit of an investment, but there are markets out there where they provide it. Or an expo, like I did the expo last week, and they provided the table and I didn't need a gazebo. So again, if that's something you want to go and suss out, as well as like a banner, 1 banner, 3 banners. Vistaprint is the best place to get a banner. I've created some banners. You're going to see there's a link. I've created a 90 for Life banner. I created a banner for the sticks. There's a banner if you want to focus on kids' health. So again, there is a banner cost. I think it was on Vistaprint, $99 for a banner. I have 3 banners. I'm a little bit of an overdo it queen, but those that had the 1 banner looks just as great and super simple. As far as the products, the hydration ones we recommended, we have found that we got 3 boxes of each. So there's 5 different hydrations. I'm going to show you guys that. And we had 1 rebound and doing the actual BTT, the tangy tangerine. So we did here's the hydration. We got the 5 taste testings of the hydration, and this is the nutrition. And just to give you guys a little tip, the hydration is about 8 to 10 different vitamins and minerals, just making hydration fun. And the nutrition is 10 times that. So there was 75 minerals and nutrients in the rebound and 85. So it was a nice little seed plant. So we're able to sell them on the sticks at $3.50 a stick to the ultimate nutrition being that, you know, it's $52 for, let's say, the Rebound, or $85 for the other one, but it's such a good seed planning. So if that was something you wanted to do to the markets, we found that was more than enough. That's where, again, if that's something you want to do, I'd highly recommend you book a call with me. What's great about Youngevity is we have our social selling. And with our social selling, it kind of works out that if you buy 4 boxes, you get a box for free. And what's even better in our social selling platform, it allows you to create the social where we were able to get, from ordering all those boxes, we were able to get $250 worth of free. So we got 5 free boxes. So in total, believe it or not, in total, let's just say in the last month, buying 6 boxes of each, it worked out that we paid for 18 boxes and we got 29 boxes in total. So that was like 11 free boxes. So I'm just planting the seed that markets can really pay for itself. So the box ended up costing, say, $30. And when you're selling the stick at an average of $3, because some buy 5 for $3, 5 for 15, you make profiting $60 on that box. Or if somebody bought the box, you're still profiting $30 on that box. So I'm just sharing that with you, that the ultimate goal is to get the long-term customer, but it pays for itself. So if you're happy to go through the hydration station way, I will show you the formulas and the best way to make that happen. So again, number 1, start with what you can afford. Number 2, decide on what events you want to do and where you want to do them. Number 3, decide on the products that you want to focus on. And again, I'm talking about the ones we're focused on, which makes it easy to share, but you get to share which ones you want. And number 4 is standing out bright and attractive. It really captures people in these setups. And hence what I've created what I have. I'm even wearing my smart color. I even had the braids and a hat because it's just being fun. But I definitely make sure that you do something that is that stands out. Oh, did I do all my tips? Number 5 was strategic price points. Let's see, I can't see on my thing. I must have missed it somewhere. Oh, I believe it is there. Okay, sorry, I know where it is. Okay, this is part of the tips. I was just showing you, it's bright. I was just showing you how we kind of set the stations up. I paid for a tablecloth with that said hydration station. But again, if you're working on budget, the beautiful velvet the girls had gotten looks gorgeous, more than enough. And the one banner was more than enough. And you can see how fantastic it is. We even had Joanne, our head of sales, join in and help support one of our distributors in Auckland for the event. But again, you can see that it's super simple. The other thing, the tip that I wanted to say is that's not on there is keeping it super simple, the setup. You want to arrive and you want to be able to pack up and set up within, 10 minutes. If it's a pop-up station, 30 minutes. This we were able to set up in 30 minutes. Oh, somebody just popped up. Yep, muted themselves. Hey, Karen, how you doing? Good to see you. Yay! I was just talking. So this is my partner in crime, and she's the one that helped inspire and drive getting us starting to do that. That's actually her and Maria in the top right-hand corner with their display. But again, you can see the colors pop. But we really tried to keep it super simple. So the setup is simple and you don't want to work too hard. I admire people who do the markets. They're there early in the morning. All those people, if next time you go to the markets, go and check it out. Just go and observe a market. Those people work in there. They're passionate. They get there early. They set up. Some of them have huge setups. I'm trying to get you just to do simple setups. But they love what they do and they show up every Saturday super early, rain or shine. I just love them. And I just love doing it with them. So I really feel part of a community. And you'll notice a lot of those people that are at the markets themselves, they become customers as well. And it's super cool at the end of an event, whatever liquids are left over, I usually give the little sample cups to them, fill it up and let them have a sample. And we've had even other marketers come and purchase from them as well. So, okay, moving on. The other tips. The other tips is having strategic price points. And I will show you, I've got some price sheets, but when I'm giving you an example of a strategic price point, meaning what's great about the sticks is you can sell them individually. So we do them at a $3.50. Why is $3.50? Because $3.50 is still less than a soda pop or less than an energy drink. And then we do 5 for $15. So that works out to be $3 each. And people could usually pick the different ones. And so they get a chance to sample them. But what's great is they give us their details and we always send them more information. And like I said, the next week they're coming and they're buying a box of it. But the price points is that, so the $3.50, 5 for $15, and a box is $65. That's the retail price for it. We sell them at that price. And then when we say the hydration, well, then from hydration to nutrition, the rebound and the actual BTT are a lot more expensive. So it allows you to have different entry points. So it's super important. And that's why sampling is so good. They get to taste test it. I think that is huge benefits. Some maybe test one or two. Some like to test them all. You really got to read the crowd on that. And again, have fun. And I'm going to show you a presentation demonstration in a little bit of kind of what I say and how I kind of sample that. Providing multiple payment options. We started off, we just had cash, and we didn't get ourselves set up, but you can get yourself set up with a PayWave or a Stripe, I believe. Even your Westpac, they have little things that you do on your phone and people can pay. I still haven't done it. Karen's taken the step. I've had it where they just bank transferred me if they didn't have cash, pay ID. It's always worked out. But it is really easy if you're going to be committed to this, that I would recommend getting yourself set up with different payment options, and people do like it. I do try to aim for cash or direct deposit, trying to eliminate fees. Okay, so here's the checklist that I've kind of given you guys. Most of the markets do want insurance. It's like you can get insurance 3 months for like, they're all different, but Amy was one of them, $65 for 3 months or $120 for 12 months. We've managed, I believe the markets that we've done in Burley haven't needed market insurance, but others have. Again, we recommend a table, gazebo, weights, that might be recommended. The banners, again, this is your little checklist. The cups for taste testing. Because we're talking low tox living, I definitely say no plastic. I work really hard not to do plastic. So there are little cups out there that are non-plastic. When we talk about your signage is important. That's where we have the price sheet with the signage. We have, as an example, we have the boards, plastic boards that have information about the actual each product, which is really great on the YGY Go-To app. There's a flyer for each product. We print them, we put them in a plastic sleeve, and it's easy to point to a customer about them. So those are really good, and it fills the table, looks good. Glass bottles we use for the drinks. You can get glass bottles at Kmart for $1.50. Business cards, because there are people who just say, can I take some information? So we've created a business card. You'll see it in the resources. It even has a QR code on it. And so if you can, it's on the I can help you with it if you're wanting to get a business card. Highly recommend it. Water. So we put water is important. But here's what's really great is connecting with a local company that has water. So here in the Gold Coast, we connected with High Vibe Water, which has been great. It's a great brand. And what's good about it is he actually gives us the water for free. So it's been a really good collaboration. I just happened to do a banner for him, as part of it, but you don't need to do that. But what's great is doing collaboration with other water companies, because tomorrow morning, I'm excited to say that I get to go and have a meeting with him to collab to see about him having our sticks with being able to share his sticks with his customers, with his company. And so go and connect with other companies. Kanga Water is another network marketing company. They have beautiful water. I drank it. That's where I went up to in 1770. She was a Kanga distributor. And I went up there and we used her water, and she's now doing with our sticks. So it's such a good complement. And you'll find more and more people are doing collaborations more than ever before. What a great way to build your database and sharing together and doing something really great. So water important. A clipboard is important. What's the clipboard good for? The clipboard is good for taking their names and phone numbers. Placemats, we've had placemats for our displays. Kmart, again, they were like $1.50 for the placemats. Big bright water. Oh, I don't know why I said that. Big bright water. I'm not sure why I put that in those notes. So anyway, I'll come to me later. A money float, it's good to have change. The pay wave, which, like I said, you can set up a pay wave for that. And then we have a customer tracker. So I got these 3 forms. It's a customer tracker, so you can keep track of the customers. After the event, I go and send them the relevant information as my follow-up. A stock tracker, so every time we've sold something, we're keeping track of what we sold. Or like for the sales wise, as well as for the stock wise. So that's just a little checklist in there for you guys to be helpful. Moving on the day. Okay. So I'm going to go quickly on this on the day, and then I think I'm going to break it up and I'm going to move over and share with you what we're going to do here. But on the day, it's so important. Just be attractive and approachable. Again, that's why we wrote the bright colors. All of us on our team had either pink to match for the trim. I've worn the green for the sole. I believe somebody dressed as yellow once. But anyway, it's bring your positive energy, share your passion, be interested in the people. That's where I put the Lord. In other words, where do they live? What's their occupation, recreation, destination? Have fun. That's the most important thing, I think, is, not going in with expectations other than having fun and knowing that you're already creating a brand awareness. Display the prices. That's really important on the day. And again, this is where provide reading materials. That's where the banner is so great. I've done the banners where it actually tells them what it is. Okay, we're plant-based crystals that also extracts food from fruit extracts and vitamins and minerals. And it says this is, bringing hydration, having fun with hydration on it. And then at the bottom, it actually says this is bringing hydration with purpose, whether you want to lift your mood, whether you want more energy, whether you want to feel more smart and have focus and clarity. So the banners give them a really good talking point. Some people want to talk to you, but some people just want to read something, and it's up to you to be able to read that. And so that's why it's important having something like that. Forms, we have little forms to fill out. We'd say draws, but they can fill it out for more information about if they want to learn more about men's health, women's health. So you can tell them they can do a free health evaluation. And here, if they fill out this form, you'll send them relevant information. So again, that's what makes it so great, is it gives you the opportunity on the day. And then at the end of the day, you want to send that information. And I love the YGY Go-To app for it, because not only does it link them that they can shop from you, but you can see when they've actually opened it up, which is really great in that. Okay, so last but not least, I really want to share this event. Doing a market or going out there and fundraisers is really for you to add value. And it's creating a platform for you to be able to foster these relationships and create familiarity. That's why it's so important being consistent and showing up. Allows people to trust you. It's a real foundation for deeper engagement. And by nurturing these connections, you really pave a way to be able to do what is the ultimate in all of this. And the ultimate in what we're trying to do is for you to be able to send them to a Youngevity event, whether it's an online event or an up and coming event. And that's why, so these are the resources. Sorry, I'll come back to that. And a to-do list, and let's just say event. So the next event that we have with Youngevity is an online event, and it is the 21st of July, and it's from 10 till 12, and it's an opportunity for people to get to know Youngevity. And so this is where we focus on the products, the people, and the programs. And for every one of you that are on this call, I also have the agenda for this. I also have all the things to have a successful event. And so that's kind of part 2 to this. I'm inviting you guys to join me on this event. So not only can I role model it to you to do it, you can invite people to it. And ultimately, when you start doing these events consistently, that we have one of these events available to you every month, or yourself even being able to do one of these events, or maybe you have one of these events in your home for the people. But that's ultimately why you're using these fundraisers or fates and things, is to gather the customers so you can always invite them to learn more about Youngevity and how it can help serve them in their families. So I want to finish off with these resource. In the link that I send you when you open up, you can click that banner. It'll show the banners in there that you have available to you, your business cards. You can even, if you liked the tablecloth that I had, you can order the tablecloth. And there's even the price list there of with regards to, let's see if I can even open that price list. I'm clicking it now. This is giving you an example about the template. You can even edit it yourself. But you click there, this shows you the flyer that I give when people ask, what do I do? This actual flyer is helping families become high vitamin humans through hydration and nutrition. Again, it's another template for you. So in Facebook groups, in your local community, you can post this specific square and say, hey guys, I'm going to be at the Burley Markets this weekend. Come and check it out. We're doing taste testing and a chance to experience our hydration station. And then just giving you an idea of the pricing. So we kind of have a little price list here. So this is for you. You can print this, you can alter it. That's it. Okay, let me go back to where were we? Here we go. And last but not least, I gave you guys a to-do list. Okay, so what I want you to do, I just need 5 minutes. All right, I'm going to take 5 minutes and I'm going to come back on and I'm going to do a little mini presentation for everybody in there. And while I'm doing that, I want you to take this next 5 minutes, and on that to-do list, I want you to write down some of the things you got out of today. What do you really want to put into action? Okay. Okay, so I thought I'd pop in here and showcase and share with you guys just kind of a little bit about my market setup that I do. Again, I encourage you guys to get a tablecloth that works for you. I've got a branded tablecloth. You'll see it on the link if you're wanting it. I did invest a little bit more on it because to me it was my banner as well as a tablecloth, but you can just get a nice crushed velvet tablecloth. I like the crushed velvet because it doesn't wrinkle, easy to wash, and it just looks really luxurious. But there's so many bright colors you can get. Some of our distributors got a nice purple one. I've seen the nice green one. So again, it's all personal preference, but you want it to be bright. You want it to be very attractive. If you are going the hydration way, this banner is a great addition to the personal branding. One banner is more than enough, but we do have some other banners if you want to have a 3-banner backdrop. So that's a good start. The other thing I love on the tablecloth, you can get these at Kmart. It doesn't have to be these ones specifically. I loved it because it had all the colors, which is great. And getting yourself the glass bottles. I love the glass bottles because the color comes through it. You can get them again, some bottles at Kmart. They're like $1.50, $2 a bottle. The water company I connected with, personally, they gave me these bottles to work with, which I love. Maybe go out there and find a water company that you love their quality water and do a collaboration with them. They're getting the free advertisement for you, showcasing their great product. It's up to you, but that's kind of what I've done. I've also put on the back of it, I just taped the sticker on it, just again for a nice little lead in, but just kind of giving you an idea. I'm just showing you just a little bit, just kind of how nice it looks. I got my actual box in there. And let's just see which one I have here. Here we go. Sorry about all the noise. And in our YGY Go-To app, there's a nice flyer on each of the products that steps up on there. And then I've gotten these at Office Works. These like $10. These were $6. Now, again, you don't need to do that. If you really want it to be budget conscious, you can just set it in a nice glass cup. And then you can just literally put all the sticks in there. Let me just grab some sticks here for you. These are the core AO sticks, but actually you can get a chance to have a look. and then just having a half a dozen of those on your table. There's 5 sticks. Again, find what sticks works for you, but I like these 5 sticks because they are an introduction to hydration. They have about 8 to 10 different minerals and nutrients. So if you're helping people elevate their health with hydration, nutrition, and low-tox living, this is the hydration entry. It's giving people an opportunity to drink more water with fun, and we call it our hydration with purpose because each stick we have has a purpose, whether it be energy, mood lifting, clarity and focus, whether it's curbing the appetite or super immune boosting. That's why the hydration is such a good entry, and because you can sell it by the stick. And as I shared, it's really good to have about 3 different price points, strategic price pointing, because they can buy a stick, they can buy 5 sticks to taste test, and you'll find if you're being consistent, they're gonna come back to you for a box. And so I love to share the hydration, and then I like to put a focus and feature onto the nutrition, which is my 90 for Life, my Healthy Body Pack, or even the Rebound. Let me just grab my Rebound. Other than that, 6 or 7 different products, and that's where I say, and so 8 to 10 different vitamins and nutrients, whereas this happens to have 85 vitamins and nutrients, and the Rebound has 75. So I always plant that little seed in there. Now, what I also wanted to share is, say somebody comes to the table, like you could see if people are having a look, they walk past, they stop, they kind of try to read, and I always just ask if they're interested in having a taste testing, and they always say, what is this? And that's where I just kind of lead or point to, well, our goal is to empower people with hydration, with quality water. This is plant-based crystals with fruit extract to boost the flavor and enrich your water with vitamins and minerals. We are putting fun into hydration. And then I point to the bottom. I know you can't see that at the moment, but that's where it says hydration with purpose. So if you want more energy, you want to feel more smart, you want to lift your mood, curb your appetite, boost your immune system, there is a drink for you. And then I'd say, which one would you be interested in trying? And they usually kind of have a look, and I let them have a moment to choose. And after, if they don't straight away, then I'll just say, hey, why don't we start with the immune booster? The acai berry, mangosteen. So I'll actually pick this up, and I'll point to a couple key ingredients in there. They love it. I give them a little taste test, and I usually have a paper cup, and just put a little bit in because they like to just taste test. If you fill it up too much, then they're trying to drink it, and then they don't want to taste all the others. So just a little bit, and I ask what they think about the taste, and they'll tell you whether they like it or it's too sweet. And if they say it's too sweet, then I usually tell them they could actually just add more water. And then I'll get them to try another one, and lean into Smart or Electrofuel, or they'll tell you some want to taste them all. Some usually just taste one, I would say 2 or 3. I only, as an example, once I'm sharing, I will highlight the top part. In other words, Electrofuel is hydrating, it's sugar-free, electrolyte, enhanced water, additive with amazing taste and no jitters. I just kind of read that. And I might talk about a couple key ingredients, flip it to the back, loaded with B vitamins, magnesium, sodium, especially if you're exercising or need that burst of energy. That's a great alternative. I don't read it all, but I just point to a couple of things. Maybe they'll even hold on to it. After I've shared about 2 or 3, then I pull up this sheet that says the price list. Sorry, I don't have the price list here in front of me, but I'll show the price list, and I'll say you get 1 for $3.50, which is pretty much half of what a energy drink is, or you can get 5 for $15, and you can choose which 5 you want. You can just sample them, or better yet, we have a box, and there's 30 in a box, and which works out to be just over $2 a stick, because we usually sell at markets, retail, which is really great. So when you're buying, and then I like to say once they purchase, they'll choose what they purchase. I'll always say, if you give me your phone number, I will actually send you the profile of all the fabulous ingredients that you are absorbing. And we always get a phone number. It's been great. We're averaging a good 10 to 12, if not minimum, I think it was 8. But we always average a good 10 leads, which is amazing. And we've had people come back to the following market for more, which is even better. It's again, the repetition and having a lot of fun. So I think that's pretty much the simplicity of it. Again, if you're looking at wanting to just do a pop-up station, you're just starting off, honestly, to do a pop-up station, you don't need all of this. All you need is just say, get your 5 bottles of liquids, or even whatever you have at home. Maybe you only have 2 or 3, because you can start right now. Go and grab a couple placemats. And if you're doing a pop-up station, I don't have, like, I'd say get yourself like an ice bucket or something. I just happen to have this as an example for you right now. But if I was to do a pop-up station, I would just have that. I'd put all of my bottles in one little thing, and I'd fill it with ice. So you could just bring a little esky with ice and then pop it into here. Bring your couple of little thingies that you have, because each one of these open up. So you don't need it. You can literally have that, and just bring one of your signs, or even better, I don't know what that buzzing sound is, but just have one of your signs, and I put all of the information in here. So whatever I'm talking about, I can just open it up to the customer and lead in, and they just do a taste testing and take orders. Okay, so that's the difference, and that's how you can get started right now, is a little pop-up station. Throw a little tablecloth over a small table. If you have a banner, great. If you don't need it. You can literally print this on a flyer like this, and you can get yourself started with the current products, and start sharing and start taking orders, start making some money so you can grow your business, and have a lot of fun sharing the message of being 100% better. Hope you guys had a great day, and I hope you've enjoyed this. Please reach out to me. I highly recommend book a call with me if you're planning on doing one of these markets. I'll happily give you a helping hand and give you all of the information you need to have some successful events. Thanks, you guys. Hey you guys, I just thought I'd pop on here again. I shared a video earlier on this week about an amazing drink that I had created, a mocktail of the month, seeing how I'm doing dry July. But I really kind of thought it had such an impact, and I had a few people really reach out to me, and it's been really great, because ultimately what I'm really trying to do is really elevate people's lives with nutrition, as well as hydration and low-tox living. And I've been going around Australia, New Zealand, doing events around all these fantastic topics about especially being hydration. And we've been having a lot of fun, as well as I've been doing a lot of training around helping people get out there and do markets and pop-up stalls at fitness clubs, sports clubs, kids events, and things like that. Again, just to get out there and educate the people of the power of hydration, nutrition, and low-tox living. So I thought I'd come on here and actually share what I'm doing, because I just did a big event Tuesday night about it. I've been getting lots of questions about what I've done, so I thought I would just come and kind of share what's been happening, what's amazing. So I'm just kind of sharing what I've been doing to set up at the markets and stuff like that. But we have this core line, it's our hydration line, and we really call it, hydration with purpose. In other words, we're just trying to get people to drink more water, elevate their hydration with some extra minerals as well as vitamins, and hence Youngevity is really known for its mineral content. So, we're kind of like having some fun around that. So what I thought I would do, as well as just trying to get kids off sugary drinks, or even yourself off energy drinks, things like that. So depending on how you want to feel, we have a fantastic hydration stick just for you. So I thought I'd get myself kind of prepared here today about some of the ones that we have, but I thought I'd focus. I'm going to start off with Focus, which happens to be our actual smart hydration stick. I love this one. It helps focus, helps you focus, it's clarity. It's really good for kids as well, especially if they're studying, or yourself personally, if you need to focus on something specific. But what makes it so special is there's some fantastic ginseng in it, green tea in it, some other great elements in it. But the bottom line is that what makes it so special is the fact that it is a nootropics for the brain. It gives the brain a brain boost. There's about 8 to 10 different minerals and nutrients in it. So again, it just gets you enjoying drinking more water, which is really great. The other brain booster that we have happens to be our Soul. This is the one if you had a bad day or a shitty gray day, or maybe even you're feeling a bit of anxiety and you just need to chillax a little bit. This is really great for that. Again, it's a nootropics for the brain, but There's some Siberian ginseng in that one. There's ginkgo biloba. There's some wonderful herbs in it. I think the herbe mate, that's also in there, which is a South American tea leaf, which is a great energy one too. So that happens to be the Soul. And why I'm putting these in the bottle, one of these sticks, I'm kind of mixing it with a whole liter of water. You can do it in whatever size of water you want for potency. I find this is a really good one, and it helps me drink at least a couple liters a day personally. But this is the electrofuel. This is probably our #1 seller, electrofuel. This is like having a coffee without the jitters. It's all natural energy. If you're trying to get off the V's, the Mothers, all those energy drinks, or even those terrible drinks like Powerades and Gatorades, which are horrible and don't have any nutrition. I mean, even the vitamin water, there's not even any vitamins or minerals really in it. But this one's loaded with the potassium and the magnesium, the B6, B12 vitamins. It's got a really fantastic loaded of great minerals and nutrients in it. And this one happens to be raspberry flavor. So I love this one. It's a great energy drink. And then is our Core AO, another favorite. The Core AO, which makes that one so special, is the Super Immunity. It's loaded with antioxidants, which is great for anti-aging. But it's our superhero of immune boosting. There is acai berry in here, mangosteen, grapeseed extra, bilberry, even vitamin C and D. So you can imagine how good it is for building the immune system. And again, the more antioxidants you have, it helps fight free radical damage, which we know free radical damage oxidizes our body, which we start rusting away. So, so to have that protection, you want to have some great antioxidants. So Coreo, that's a personal favorite. I like to make little ice blocks in this one. I freeze it for my grandbabies. We call it Bubba Juice. They love it, love it, love it. They come to my freezer, or at least I know Rhea comes to the freezer looking for what Bubba Juice Grammy has for her. So there is, that one is a great tasting one, and it's got all those berry flavors. So moving on to the last one that I have for you as far as our hydration line right now today is our Trim Stick. What makes the Trim Stick so great is it helps stimulate the metabolism, like a thermogenics kind of in it, but it also helps curb the appetite for those of us. And what makes that great is because, you know, our usually cravings are usually because of a mineral deficiency. So it's loaded with a nice concoction of minerals to suppress the appetite and stimulate the metabolism. Especially when I go do the markets with our distributors, I love this one because I'll sip on this one throughout the day because I smell all those beautiful foods. And there must be something with the brain, a chemical in there that helps with the brain, because I don't even notice the foods around me, which I normally would. And so that is the Trim. This is a great one to sip through the day, or even a half hour before the meal. If you're really looking at wanting to lose some of those, shed some of those kilos or slash pounds. So this is our gorgeous hydration line. And if you get to meet somebody at the markets, we sell them by the stick, but we also sell them by the box. And there's 30 of them in the box. It works out to be just about $2 a stick, not even. And so it's definitely, and I would say there's a liter of water here, so it's more than a bottle of a wine. So you get such good value for so much good nutrition. So that's kind of the hydration line that we have. Which leads into our nutrition line. And so 90 for Life happens to be our core product. Our 90 for Life happens to be the 90 minerals and nutrients that happens to be in there. So this is great for drinking throughout the day, but if you're really looking for that ultimate impact, that really makes a difference, you give your body all these beautiful nutrients, it starts to do something amazing. And it just does, it makes you become like a superhuman. So this particular one happens to be our Tangy Tangerine. So much like these have 8 to 10 different minerals and nutrients, this has 85. It's a probiotic, prebiotic. It's got a 8,000 ORAC score, and ORAC score, don't worry, I didn't know what that was. In other words, it helps you fight free radical damage. So it's huge in there, and it's all real whole foods in this. This is probably the most complete multivitamin out there on the market. And it also is something my entire family is on. I get them on. If they're not on it, they usually come to my house. I'm making sure they have some of it. And so that's the 85. And then it's our calcium magnesium. And that one is a powder drink that I usually have at night. Allows me to sleep, relaxes. It's great for rest and recovery, especially people with back issues, tinnitus, just anything that's really aching and pain. This is my pain management supplement. And last but not least is the fish oils. And so that completes the 90. And this is the one for all my soft tissue, my skin, all of my organs, my brain. Probably the first thing people noticed when I started on my 90 for Life products over 6 years ago was my skin. My skin is probably the first thing that you'll notice, and I just love that, and that is my complete. So what's nice about the hydration is a great start and a kickstart, but what leads into the nutrition. And then how I wrap it up with the low-tox living is, as we shared, we are bombarded all around the world with the air we breathe, the water we drink, as well as the foods we eat. And the only way we can protect ourselves is by loading ourselves up with antioxidants to fight all that free radical damage and eliminate some of the things in your home, like the cleaning products that are toxic. So that's why I love our Nature Direct products. Our skincare, like the skincare industry, the hair care industry, the makeup industry, the fragrance industry is bombarding us with all those chemicals. So I love all of our beautiful skincare line that has all chemical free and it's all organic and natural. Even our minerals, our mineral makeup, which is amazing. You can actually eat it. That is none of the toxins in it. It's pure minerals, which makes it really great. Even our essential oils that help us with our emotional connection. So again, people, if you're looking at elevating your life, especially your health, hydration, nutrition, and low-tox living is a really good step and a tool to being your personal best. So I thought I'd pop on and just share that with you guys. Again, I hope I've inspired you or empowered you or given you a little bit more information on how you can be 100% better.